Good everyone, my name is Graphics. In this video, we want to solve a problem involving development and also interpenetration. And the question goes like this. It says, details of a conical upper are given. Develop the upper using the shortest edge as the joint line. Also construct the shape of the hole in the pattern for the cylindric pipe. Now, if you look at the right hand side of the screen, you will see a conical upper, right? That is interpenetrated by a pipe. And we're told to draw the interpenetrating arc, right? And also we should draw development of the hole that this pipe has what? Has created. So the first thing you have to do to answer questions like this is for you to redraw the given figure that is displayed at the right hand side of the screen. So when I take my instrument, I'm going to take my T-square and I'll draw an horizontal line this way. You can see that. And I'll take my set square. I'll also draw a vertical line this way. You can see that. Now the diameter or the base of this upper is given to be 76, right? So I'm going to take half of it. This is diameter. I'll take half of it, which is 38. From 0 to what? 38 here. And I'll place it at this point. I'll mark towards the left, towards the right, and also towards the left. So where they meet at this point, let me call it point A to what? To B. And I'm going to what? Ticking those points this way. You can see that. Now, after that, the next thing you'll be doing here is we're giving the height of this to be 64, that is from here to here. So I'm going to take my meter rule and I measure 64 from 0 to what? To 64. You can see that? And I'm going to join the two edge from this point, let me call this center point, let me call it point C. Right? So I'm going to join A to C and I'll join B to C. You can see that? Now, the next thing is we're told that there's a line that is touching the apex of this upper here, right? That is where the cylinder is starting from at an angle of what? Angle of 30 degrees. So when I place my T-square in this manner, right? When I place my T-square in this manner, is an angle of what? Angle of 30 degrees. Is that okay? And I'm going to draw a line this way. You can see that? So it's meeting at this point, which is this point. So from this point, which is the point my arrow is pointing to this direction, is given to be 20, right? So I'm going to measure 20 from here. And bring this down. I'm going to measure 20 from here. From this point, I'll measure 20. Right? And from this same point to this direction, that will be what? 64. So I'll measure 64. Use 64 here. You can see that. And I'm going to draw a line that will be perpendicular to this line here. So if I've drawn here with this side of the set square, right? With this side of the set square, what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to draw here with the side of the set square. You can see that. So I'll draw here with the side of the set square. So that will form 90 degree. Is that taken? Better still. So what I'm trying to say is, if you've drawn here with 30, you're going to be drawing the other side with what? With 60, and this is the side of 60 here. Is that taken? So let me just put it where. Let me use this, a bigger one. So I'll place it this way. This angle 60 here. So the aim is for you to have 90 degree, right? And I'll come here also. I'll do the same thing here too. The aim is for you to have what? 90 degree. So if this is 30, then this will be what? 60, and we have 90. And if this is 45, this will be what? 45. That is just the aim. Now the diameter of that cylinder is given to be 32. So what I will simply do here, we'll measure half of the diameter, which is 16. So half of diameter of 32 is what? The radius of 32 is what? 16. So it's 16 here, right? And I'll come to this point and I'll mark 16, 16. I can do that here too if I want to. 16, 16. That again. So I'm going to take my instrument and I'm going to place it at this point here. Alright, I can easily use any of them. I'll place it at this point here. Right. So just place it at this point. And I'm going to draw this faint line. And I'll come here also. I'm going to draw this one too, faint line. Can you see that? So now I can easily tick in this now as the question suggests. So this is what the question is giving us from this point straight down here, then this point, straight down here, right? This point, straight down here, then this point, straight down here, then this point, straight down here, and this to this point, and this to this point, right? This is what the question suggests. Now we know that what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a semicircle here. Or better still, I can draw a circle if I want to. So I'll just draw a circle at the base. I don't want my circle to touch the base of my hopper. So I'll just place it this way. So the radius of this from here to here, right? I'm going to place it at this point here, which is the same thing. I'm going to draw a semicircle from here to this point, place it here, then a semicircle. Can you see that? A semicircle. Should be a faint line. Now, after doing that, with the same radius I used to draw this semicircle here, the same radius I used to draw this, I will use to divide the circle. So I'll place it at point B. I'll strike an arc. I'll place it at point A. I'll also strike another arc. Then I'll come to the center point here. I'll strike towards the left and towards the right. Start again. So with the help of my meter rule, I'll reduce those points towards each of those points here. You can see that. So I can call it to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what? 6. Similarly, what I did here, I'll do it at this cylinder here. So I can easily just extend this a little bit, and I'll draw a line that is close to it this way. And I'll do the same thing here too. That is where I'm going to draw my semicircle. When I place my instrument at this point, take the radius of this, and I'll place it here. Then I'm going to draw a semicircle. You see that? I'll come here also. I'll do the same thing here too. You see that? Now with the same radius I use, I'll just divide the circle. So when I place it here, I'll cut here. I place it here. I'll also cut here. I'll come to this point here. I'll cut this point and what? And this point. I'll come here, do the same thing here too. The radius of the semicircle, I'll place it here. I'll cut. I'll place it here also. I'll cut. I'll place it here. I'll cut this level and this level. You are taking? Let me make that easy. Can you see that? What we are going to do. Now I'm not going to join each of those points to touch here and here and here and here and here. You see that? I'll do the same thing here too. This, 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 and this. You see that? So what I'll do here, I can limit to be, because 0 and 6 on the same line, so here can be 0. Here will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Then we have 5 and 6. Right? Here also will be, depending on what you want. Here also will be what? 0, right? We have 1, 5. This is 4, 2. This is 3, right? We'll come again. This is what we just have here. Here can also be 0, 6, 1, 5, 2, 4, then 3. So this is what we just have here. Why I'm doing that is 0, 6 because 0 and 6 are on the same line, 1 and 5 on the same line, 4 and 2 on the same line, then 3. So this is the reason I'm doing that. So if I come here, I'm going to start projecting this point to touch the base of the circle. Like this now will come from 5 to touch the base of the upper, from 4 touch the base of the upper, from 2 touch the base of the upper, from 1 touch the base of the upper. Now I'm going to take that base to touch the center C. So this will come here to touch here. This from this point will come to touch here. Then this from this point will come to touch here. This from this point will come to touch here. Now you can see what I just did. Now the next thing we're going to do is this. First of all, line of 6 is touching 6 at this point. Similarly, the line of 0 also is touching 0 at this point because this is a line of 6 and 0. I told you 6, 0. So at this point is 6, at this point is 0, right? Now come again. If I should place my set square in this manner, right? I go to 5 and I draw another line this way, right? Now what do you notice? The line of 5 is touching 5 here. Also that same line of 1 is touching the same line here because 5 and 1 are on the same point. Are we together? Now we move again. Go to the next point. 4. I take this way. Now you see that 4 is touching 4 here, and 2, right, is touching 2 here on the same line because they're on the same point. Is that taken? So when I've done that, then the 3 is just a center line. So what you need is just this point here. So we have 1, 0.1, 0.2, this is 0.0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.5, and what? 6, right? So I'm going to connect them using my French curve. So if I use my French curve here, and I place it this way, right? Discover that it is touching this point to this point, right? You can come here to this, then you can decide to do this too. Then I can decide to just bring this down. You see that? So this is what we have here. So we've drawn the curve of intersection, which is the interpenetrating arc. Now the next thing is we're told to view, how would I put it? We're told to view the true shape of what will look like when you view it from this side. How will the hole look like, right? So the hole here, the true shape of the hole. So what you simply do here is to what? Use your instrument in this manner and you place it this way. Let me take it down. Place it on your T-square this way. and you just draw your line. You see that? And I'll just get my center line. First of all, that's the center line. Let me just come here and draw the center line here. Let me place it here. Just draw a center line here. You can see that. So this point here is the lowest point, which you see 6. You can see that. And with the radius of any of these two here, 5 and 6, write any of them at all, or 4 and 5, any of them. I'll place it in 6 here, 5 and 6. You can see that. So I'll place it here. I'll mark this level and this level. I'll come again. I'll do the same thing. This and what and this, which I'm going to explain now. This is 6, line 6, line what 5, and line 4. These are the point that are what involved in bringing out this curve. The same thing, line 6, 5, and 4 are all together. So I'm going to project them outward this way. So I'll bring this out. This one too. 6 is already there. I'll come to 5. And the last but not the least, 4. Right? Then let's bring this here. Now all these points 5, 4, 2, 1, and 0, I'll bring them this way. This is 5. So place it well. 5, right? 4, 2, 1, 0. I see that? So where 6 meets 6 is here. Where 5, the line of 5 meets 5 is at this point and this point. The line of 4 meets 4 at this point and at this point. Right? The line of 2. So I'll come again from here, starting from this side now. The lowest point here is what? 0. Is that taken? Let me just bring this out. The lowest point here is what? Is 0. That is involved 0, 1, 2. That is involved 0, 1, and what? 2. 0, 1, and what? 2. So where 0 meets 0 is here. Where 1 meets 1 is here and here. Where 2 meets 2 is here and here. Right? So we'll now take our French curve and connect those points together this way. If I use my French curve, I'm going to join all these points together first. Let me start from here. From here. From here. Then here too. Right, then this is coming here. And this is coming here. Right, then this, I'll do it this way. And this, I'll do it this way. Then I have this. this way. And this way. You can see that. So we have that, right? Then the next thing we're going to be doing here is for you to draw the development, right? This is how the the true shape will look like when you look it from this side. And the next thing is for you to draw what? The development. So in drawing development, I'll just take my set square, right? And I'll place it here. Just pick any point. Let's say I'm picking this point C here, right? And let me call it to be my point C. Then I'll draw a vertical line downward this way. A vertical line downward this way. So from that point, I'm going to take the radius, the length of this upper on the side, you can see that, and I'll place it at point C. Point C, and I'll mark. So this point you're seeing here will be my point A. So here is the A here, and here is what is the C. So with that radius of AC, I'll place it here to this point here, and I'll draw this. You can see that. So once I've done that, first of all, I'll start with faint line. Once I've done that now, I'll now take the radius of this circle here, maybe 1 and 2 or 2 and 3, any of them. And I'll come to A. I'll mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then back to A. So if it's this A, then back to A2. I'll just call it point 0. Okay, so that will be, this is 0, this is also 0. Alright, so I'll use my meter rule and I'll connect those points. So this is point 1 to C, point 2 to C, point 3 to C, point 4 to C, point 5 to C, point 6 to C, 7 to C, is 5, 6. I'll start again from 5. Then we'll get to what? 4. Then from here again to C, 3. From here again to C, this will be 2. Then from here, this will be 1. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then back to 0. Then 0. Right? So this is where we're stopping. So this will be my actual point A. Back to point A, start from A here. Now the next thing I'm going to do after doing that is to take a compass, right? From point C, you can go to point 6, right? So from point C, you mark on point 6. That is my point 6 there. From point C, you mark to point 5. You can see that this is 5, line of 5. I'll come to C. I'll mark on 5 both to the left and also to the right. From point C, you mark on 2 here. I'll come to C. I'll mark on Z2. That is 4, sorry. I'll mark on 4 at this point and at this point. Right, so let me just complete that guy. I don't draw the line of 4. This is a line of 4 here. This, this, and this. Then from point C, line of 4, sorry. This is our line of 4 here. If it's from C to 4, and I'll come from C to 4. This is 4 here. This line and this line here is 4. So let me remove this. This is 6. This is 5, 5, and this is 4. Then what? 4 at this point here we have here. Then the next one I'll go to 2. From C to 2. Based on C, I will mark on 2 here and here. These 2 here. So this point here is my point 2, and this point here is my point 2, right? Then I'll come to C again. I'll mark to 1. So I come here. This is my 1 here, and this is also my 1 here. So this is my point 1, and this is my point 1 on the line of 1. Then I'll come to C to 0 here. Then I'll come to this point. I'll mark 0 on line of 0. Then on the line of 0. So taking. So this is my point what? Point 0. 0 and what? 0. So I'll take my meter rule and I'll start joining those points. First of all, this will be with a straight line, and this will also be with a straight line. Right? So I use the French curve, and I'm going to connect all these points together. This will come to this. Right? So let's do that and see. Right? So this is 4 and 5. Then I'll come here so now I use this to do this way. I use this to do this, right? And I'll come to this side and do the same thing here too. So from this point, we're going to get this just like this, right? And this will come here. I can just come from here, right? And I'll join this way. Right? Then I use my French curve. I can actually use my hand, how precise you are, or you can just use your French curve. Depending on how precise your hand is. depending on how precise your hand is. Right? So you can use your hand or use your French cuff or use your compass, depending on how strong your hand is. So this is what we have. We have successfully drawn out the pattern, right? We did the interpreting arc. We drew out the hole, the true length, the true shape of the hole, and also we drew the development of the given figure. So if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.